So what really is the difference between an incubator, an accelerator, and a venture studio? And why, as a founder, would you ever use them? My name is Chris. I'm a 6-time founder and investor, and I now research psychology so founders and entrepreneurs don't make the same mistakes that I did. Ultimately, an accelerator's job is to get you to be either investor or customer ready. What most accelerators look for is some form of innovation or some form of invention that fits a market, which they believe under the right conditions and the right network and the right pressure, you can in 12, 14, 18 weeks be ready to stand up on stage to an audience of either investors or potential customers and declare yourself one of the best. That's what an accelerator is. But one of the critical differences between an accelerator and an incubator is that an accelerator's customer is not the entrepreneur. It is not the founder, it is not the startup. You are a mixture of its brand and its product. The customer of an accelerator is actually either the investors who invested in the fund which led to that accelerator existing, or the potential brands and corporates which sponsor or pay for that accelerator to be in this world. So for example, Techstars, which I've spent a lot of time in, is essentially a venture-backed accelerator. It is a seed fund which writes very cheap checks for the investor and then puts them on a demo day 14 weeks later, where on that demo day, they plan for those startups to raise money. And if those startups raise money, it'll be at a higher valuation than when they started the accelerator. Now, why is that important? It means for an investor or a fund, they can show paper gains to the value of their portfolio. And that in turn allows that investor to essentially raise more money because they can say, look, in the space of 1 year, my portfolio has gone from £1 million to £5 million. But it's all theoretical. That is ultimately what the product of an accelerator is. Now, that doesn't mean it's not beneficial to a founder. If you are planning on raising money and being investor ready, and you genuinely believe you are at the cusp of one of these inflection points, then yeah, they can be really good. And they often come with networks which really help you to raise money. But if you are not even close, and you're only really doing it for the cachet, don't waste your equity. It's not the right time. So that is what an accelerator is for an entrepreneur.